We're saying goodbye with a heavy heart to the Totnes Pound, which is something that we've really loved and has brought real colour and story and possibility, I think, to our town, and which so many people have loved having as a part of their everyday shopping experience. We're saying goodbye to it, I think, mainly because people don't really use cash anymore. We're moving towards more and more of a cashless society, and people just tend to use plastic all the time. There are a number of shops in Totnes who never even see any cash, even though they have a float. So, we tried to move to the electronic currency version of the Totnes Pound, like in Bristol with the Bristol Pound. But we're too small a place for that really to have got a critical mass to make it work. I think for me, the successes of the Totnes Pound, which started with this was the very first one. There were 300 of these printed. They're now quite collectible, I think. This is the one we did next, and then this one, and then we started to think, actually, you're not going to do your week's shopping with masses of £1 notes. Maybe we need a suite of notes, and our £21 notes, which I'm very fond of. So I think for me, the successes of it have been that for many people, that experience of going shopping with money that is created and owned by your town is a really fantastic experience. I love it. And it's an experience that I'll really miss. If we look at it purely as an economic experiment, and we say the aim of this was to shift X amount of pounds into local spending, that's really hard to map and to measure whether that was successful or not. It's been a real talking point for many people about why the local economy matters, why it matters that we support our local traders. And my hope is that actually after the 12 years of living with a local currency and living in that way, that actually for many people now, that idea that that the local economy and local traders really matter is now something that has become instinctual, and I think the Totnes Pound hopefully will have played a part in that. I think one of the key learnings for us has been that it's very hard to make a local currency work if you don't have the involvement of your local government. One of the reasons the Bristol Pound has worked that much better is that you can pay your local taxes, your business rates, energy bills and so on using the local currency, and that has never really happened here. So we've never been able to create that kind of a loop and a cycle, which I think has been a real shame. And also, there's always that slight factor where you have to take your sterling and turn it into local currency. Once people have local currency, they love the experience of going shopping with them and spending them. Yes, if anybody else came and said, should we do it, I would say really work very hard to try and get your local government involved. Be aware that actually it takes a lot of central administration and takes volunteer time to keep a scheme like this going. But I would say that the results and the sense of identity and new story and excitement and imagination that a scheme like this generates is really something really very precious.